So just a couple nights ago, Della Maddalena won the UFC welterweight belt against Bilal Muhammad, meaning that Islam Makhachev won't be facing Ilia Topuria and will be going up to 170 to face JDM. And before I give you guys my thoughts on this scenario, if you guys can, please hit the subscribe button and let's shoot for 10 likes on this video. Anyways, let's get into it. So JDM winning the belt not only has changed plans for Ilia Topuria, but also changed plans for Islam Makhachev. Once when Bilal lost, that was Islam's sign of him wanting to move up to 170. But the big question I have with Islam going up to 170 is if he actually deserves going up to 170 for the belt. Now, the UFC is a business. It makes sense to make, Islam versus JDM, which I'll talk about that later. But in terms of actual, deservingness of who should be up next for a belt, the UFC's always been wishy-washy with this in previous years. And so personally, right, Islam can make that argument to go up to 170, especially, defending the belt at least, I believe, 4 times. I don't think he's personally wiped the division yet. I think he has still a little bit more to go in order to completely lap the division. But I think him going up to 170 with his skills and his name and everything like that makes sense. The other person I think that deserves that spot, maybe more than Islam, is Shavkat Rakhmonov. Is it more realistic than Islam, especially with the recent news? No. Is it the more popular? Is he the more popular fighter, fun fighter, the more known fighter compared to Islam? No. So I don't think he'll get that title shot. But in terms of deservedness, listen, Shavkat's undefeated. He just come off a win over Ian Gary. The only reason why he didn't fight for the title against Bilal was because he was hurt, right? And he's coming off of, like I said, an undefeated. Ian Gary's undefeated, and he beat Ian Gary, who was undefeated his last fight, and won that. That's why I say, a big win like that over Ian Gary, I feel like really does deserve you a shot for the belt. And I personally think, in terms of deservingness, over Islam Makhachev, and that's personally that's what I think about the whole situation. I think Shavkat might deserve it more than Islam. If they give it to Islam, it's not really I don't really mind it, just because at the end of the day, Islam is a bigger name. It actually creates the bigger fight, making it champ versus champ. And I think that's the more intriguing part out of all of this is, Islam is the bigger fight, but the more deserving contender out of this is Shavkat Rakhmonov, in my personal opinion. But that's what I think about this whole situation of JDM winning the belt. If you guys like this video and want more of this, please comment of your thoughts on this whole situation, subscribe to my channel, and let's get to that 10 likes.